Hello, hello, Gemini. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and also Lady J of Lady J's Tarot Reading. I am bringing you this video from my tent at a Renaissance fair to help explain the potential for me to change my name to Lady J's Tarot Reading next January. So here we are. It is December, Gemini, and we are going to be talking about the 10th through the 16th. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video. I also have this card here that is our guiding card from the Crystal Ally cards. We have Passion, Fire Agate here, reminding us that everything we do this month is going to have a little twist of intensity, okay? So everything you do is going to have a twist of intensity. You're going to be bringing a lot of intensity to whatever you're into. If you're going to be reading, you're going to be reading with passion. If you're going to be jogging, you're going to be jogging with passion. Everything will have more intensity. It's all good. Don't be upset. Don't be upset about it. Don't fight it. Allow it to be what it is. It's going to be brilliant and exciting to see how it plays out and how much more intensity when you bring it to the table will help it become more. All right. So I have this amazing Alleyman's Tarot that I'm playing with. I have 1/3 of the deck because it's a big boy, and they're all pre-programmed and ready to go. It's an amazing deck of over 150 cards from different decks, so it's a compilation deck, and indeed quite amazing. I'll have all the links in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and lay these cards out for clarification. We'll go deeper as we do, and we'll see how it plays, all right? So let's look at what we have here, all right? We have the third eye chakra, saying that we were opening up to the childlike magic of the world, right? We're appreciating that beautiful stuff that comes out of the universe and is feeding our soul in a new way from the place of wonder, all right? And we want to embrace that, maybe embrace that with some passion. That would be great. It would help you a lot in this fantastical month of December. We are the 10th through the 16th of December. If I didn't mention that before, there we are. Sorry about that. There's so much going on. I get distracted. Indeed. The tradition. This card here is speaking of keeping things in order, keeping things divine, whatever so magically intense. It's interesting because it's such a beautiful card. There's so much going on. There are people dancing. There's a young monk boy pouring water. It's so lovely. I wish I could show it to you more up close. Hopefully you can zoom in on that, pause it, zoom it, do those things you do. This is a brilliant card, and it speaks very much to me about how the magic that you're discovering is going to be interesting to you in a way that will bring you into a place of wanting to know more. You're going to want to dig deeper into it with passion, no less. So allow that. Figure out what the traditions are that go with the thing that you've discovered that has sparked your interest, okay? Don't be alarmed by it. Don't be upset by it. Experiment with it. Experience it. Let it run through your fingers. Let it roll over your tongue. Experiment with it. Allow the joy of that to come to you, all right? And once you have a grasp of it, you'll be able to maybe share a little bit of it. This is the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands speaks of wanting to share information that we've gleaned. And it doesn't mean that, in this case, it doesn't mean that you have to be a master of the information. But like, oh, hey, I ran across this really cool thing. Would you like to do this? Because it could be a thing to do. Whether it's going by a particular house full of Christmas lights and playing a certain song on the radio and letting it do its thing so that you can all experience it with this particular song playing, and then it all works and syncs up in its own magical way. I don't know where that came from, but there you go. It's cool. I really like it. There's magic in the air, and I want you to embrace the possibilities. It's going to be so cool. And you'll be able to share some of your ideas or some of what's coming up for you, and it will be a very social experience to do so. New beginnings are blocked, so you're not going to be starting any new projects right now. And that doesn't mean that it won't be next week. It just means, or not ever, it just means that starting them isn't time to start them, so you'll do your research now. Research is good right now. This card here is a death card. It's an interesting card, interesting version of a card. And so this is remembering that as we start with new beginnings, we have to release other things to make space for new stuff, right? So as you want to start something, you'll have to do the other work first. While you're doing the research, you'll also be making space, whether that's cleaning out a room or creating more freedom in your own space. Not every room needs to be set up for a kid. You know what I mean. Create space for yourself to be who you want to be. It's good. You'll be all right. This card here is, it's the Nine of Lids. Yes, Nine of Lids. This is a really interesting card. It speaks very much to the work one has done and the burden of the work that you've done, and how sometimes it can be taxing, shall we say. You know, we do all this stuff and now we have more stuff. And now I have to work on it. So we have to pay attention to all the things that we do that create more work for ourselves. All right. Pay attention to that. And our solution, of course, is talking about sacrifice. Well, we're already releasing stuff with Death card as part of where we're blocked. So we weren't having any luck releasing things. We were blocked from releasing things. But now I think we're going to have no trouble doing that. Sacrifice here talks about releasing things, and that's okay. Interestingly, this one is telling me that you may have to release an idea to move forward. So just be open to the possibilities, right? And the Knight of Swords is here, telling me that fighting for your power will be part of the solution, and being that person who stands up for what you want, what you need, with a certain amount of passion, but also, yeah, the sacrifice of something was part of the deal. This is the Candle card. And the Candle card, this is a really interesting card, right? So it speaks to me of how there is light in the dark, and even as it seems like things are bleak in this moment here, with the sacrifice and fighting for your ideas and fighting for your power in the situation, it'll feel bleak, it'll feel dark, but there's light. This is light in the dark. There's nothing more light than a candle in the dark. All right, let us embrace that possibility. And I'm going to go ahead and do some clarification with this pre-programmed deck, right? Let's go ahead and get these ones out so that we can see what's going on here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clarify the third eye chakra for you, Gemini. We will clarify the tradition. I want to clarify the Eight of Lids. And of course, the candle. We'll clarify the candle. Okay. So take these and set them aside. And we were talking about that childlike wonder. Surrounded by release, clarified by release. So releasing the old rigid ways that keep us from seeing the magic. Even he's surrounded by magic when he releases that cover of rigid stuff. So yeah, the things that hold us back. We release stuff and we embrace the magical, the musical, the beautiful. It's good. And tradition is here with dance and joy and intensity. Interesting. Clarified by control. All right. So yes, there is a certain amount of order in this situation. So you're going to have some control and some order in the situation that you can bring to this magic. Awesome. I like that. Once again, you'll share it once you get clear enough that you can share it. You want to share that. That's good. New beginnings are held back, right? And death, clearing some space to make room for the new beginnings. Azal, like that. And the Nine of Lids, bearing the burden for things that we have created and collected, right? So maybe the things we're clearing space, we're bearing the burden. Frustration. Dreams coming true is the clarification for the Nine of Lids. So I think that as you release the stuff and bear the burden of releasing the stuff, maybe that's out of truly letting go of physical stuff. Dreams are coming true because you're making space for what you really want. All right, that's good stuff. The sacrifice. I think it's an emotional sacrifice you'll be making, or a mental one. And that'll be helpful to you. Fighting for your ideas in this situation. The Knight of Swords. Wanting to take on what you need and what you want, and fighting for it with a passion. You'll certainly get there. The light is here in the darkness. The candle has shown up, right? Strengthening bonds. That's awesome. You're going to be strengthening the bonds in that situation. We want that to be how the light gets in there, is by being open and honest and clear, and while sacrificing one idea, fighting with a passion for another. But it's going to be awesome. I think this is going to be beautiful. Maybe you're sacrificing something else and fighting for another loved one and deepening your bond with that other one. All right. So this is big stuff, and I'm here for you. Please, of course, like and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know how this all works for you. I know this is kind of a lot, but please comment. Let me know what's going on. I am here for you, and I want to hear what you have to say. And I will see you next week. All right. Thank you, Gemini.